so many questions that is left to be unanswered when it comes to this anime of Mobile Suit Gundam GQ. It's episode 9, or I say the anime basically in general. And I kind of want to put it in perspective, basically from other different things, other different series that I've seen that some people will probably say is perfect, or probably some people probably say it's a lot better than basically other different series. But what was the whole entire point of making an anime of Mobile Suit GQuuuuuuX for in the first place? We really don't even know. I kind of want to say this in any form. I really want to say here is basically that the questions I still ask and the uncertainty and basic stuff in this series. So, okay, all right, okay. For one, Macho goes back into the Mobile Suit of the GQs, and she's been released. Means that she's gone, and it means that she wants to go to Earth so she can find Senju. And guess what? Senju is probably not even there, or maybe that he wasn't there, or maybe that he really wasn't, or maybe he got transported into another dimension that we really don't even know about. Don't even know about. Number two. This is also something I'm also kind of wondering also as well too, because I really am kind of curious, because maybe that the commander wanted to monitor Machin to have her to use her as bait. To basically go down and try to see that she can find the roads of Sharon. But there's a problem with that. The problem is basically with that that the place where Lala was basically been, and she's been held there probably by her force. Somebody is basically forcing her to stay there. But why is she so important? Basically, when it comes into the origin of the Gundam anime, why is she so important, or anything like that, Now, when it comes to Rosa Sharon, it's basically that. Even though they basically saw it, they basically found it and stuff like that. Number 3, I thought the Rosa Sharon would be some kind of power that they was looking for, like some kind of special power that they really actually definitely do need. But why would they go search for this Rosa Sharon for so long, and then they end up finding it? But there's somebody basically in the mobile type armor. But the question is, when Macho went down to sea and went to find her mobile suit, she sent us something. She goes like, "Oh, that girl basically in the mobile suit." But if you look inside, basically in the mobile suit, we don't know for sure who is that girl really actually is. Could that be Lala, basically being her basically in that mobile suit? Could that really possibly be, or that could be somebody else? I really am kind of confused basis on that. I really want somebody to please to address this for me, or I probably just will look this up on YouTube so somebody can basically to get me to understand. To understand, because if Lala is not that kind of person basically in that mobile suit, but the question is who's basically in that mobile suit. But why would she be piloting in a mobile type armor mobile suit? We just really don't even know. We just don't know the question. That's the main question. Who is that person in that mobile suit? Could it be Lala or not? Because maybe that Lala is basically, maybe that she was able to pilot a mobile suit. Maybe that she really basically that she was. But the another question is basically on Machi, because Machi would want to basically to rescue Lala and basically get her out of here. But even though Lala wants to stay behind because she wants to wait for her return of the true love that she really had. It means that I would prefer what I would definitely say if especially Char. So when is Char is going to come back? That's the question. We don't know if Char is going to come back or not I'd be very shocked and surprised that Shara comes back in episode 12. That would be something very shocking to really actually see. We don't know if that's going to happen or not. We don't know. Now, there's also another question, which is another possibility that really could happen also as well too. Because a lot of talk about two people means that she's talking about Shar, and she also talks about Admiral Ray, which he's basically the first guy to pilot the bases of Gundam, even though based at the age right around a teenager, because he knows how to pilot it, because he knows how to pilot it. But the question is, could Admiral Ray show up also as well too? That's a very good possibility, but I'm not really actually 100% sure if Admiral Ray is going to be in the series or not. I'd be willing to be shocked and surprised that Admiral Ray does comes back in the series. If he comes back into the series, I'm going to be pretty hyped. I really am, because I think that the last episode is going to be setting things up for something very exciting. I really don't know, and I've also got the second feeling that we're going to get a cliffhanger at the last episode. I really think so. I really definitely think so. I mean, it could lead to other different possibilities. I'm not so sure what studio does this anime. I'm assuming it's probably Studio Trigger is probably making this anime also as well too. And the reason why I'm thinking that, because Studio Trigger has a reputation to not do season 2s, because they end up with the cliffhanger, and basically that bam, everything's nothing to be answered, just to take us for Darling on the France. Basically with them, we don't know what happened to 02, and basically whatever his name is, Hormete, or whatever his name is, anyways, whatever his name is, and we really don't even know. We don't know where they have been. Their spirits must have went sent down to Earth, and they assumed that. And we were hoping. I was hoping that the manga would basically go further, basically beyond that, and maybe for a closer based off season 2. And guess what? It never happened. It never did happen at all. And season 2 was just nothing. It was just nothing. There was no season 2. It's just left with no answers for whatsoever at all. And basically stuff like that. And the reason I'm bringing it up is that because I'm definitely thinking that this anime was made by Studio Trigger. I definitely do think so, because like I said, this anime was made by by Studio Trigger. There is no season 2. I have a feel there's not going to be a season 2, because it's not going to make no sense for the series to really basically just go on. Because if it doesn't really basically go on, it's not going to make any good sense. Why would they have the anime just to be for 12 episodes long? Because I feel like the anime to me, clearly for what I see based on this episode, was being rushed. I figured that they would take their time to find the rules of Sharon, because now Matcha says that she found it, and basically, or I would say clearly that she basically found it. But the question is, who's the person basically in the mobile armor? I really don't know. I'm serious. I really don't know. I'm very clueless. Hold on. I'm gonna check on my phone real quick. I want to know who's the studio is making for this anime. I'm pretty sure it's Studio Trigger. I'm pretty sure it is. Let's see here. Okay, let me look that up, but basically a little later. I don't want it to be a distraction and stuff like that. I definitely do think it is Studio Trigger. I definitely do think that. But I really am kind of curious. I just hope that there's a season 2, because if there's not a season 2, then there's not going to be really basically any hope for the series to basically recover. And I think there's going to be a lot of explanations. A lot of people will say, well, just basically that the anime. Yes, I feel like the anime is being rushed. I definitely do think so, because they're trying to cram everything really actually in, and it just feels like it's just based on all these questions are just left unanswered and stuff like that. Now, based on what the follow-up the next episode is basically, I think they're going to some kind of battle. I think so. I'm not really actually 100% sure or anything like that, but that can basically be left on the room on the table if that were to be a possibility to basically to be if that was going to happen or not. I really don't know where the direction of this anime is going to go. I really don't know. Like I said, I have a feeling if this was made by Studio Trigger, like I said before, I have a feeling there's not going to be a season 2. I'll be shocked if there is a season 2. If the season 2 does not happen, then yes, I will be upset. But I'll still buy the anime. I still buy the anime, and I'll probably get the model kit and probably build it and stuff like that. And I probably will because I happen to like Machu really a lot because Machu is basically pretty one of my favorites based on the series, and she really actually is, and then she really develops up based as a character. And I still want to address some things about her with her character. Also, too, for one, she's not very good in piloting a mobile suit. Some people may think that she really basically suggests really that she is. Number two, she's a new type, means that she's a new type basically of a person. Means that I think that she just basically I don't know what new types really actually are, to be honest with you. Maybe that she just basically just normal, or maybe that she has the power to have this also too. But number three, with the Gundam GQuuuuuuX, because the mobile suit pretty much chose her. She didn't chose the mobile suit, but the mobile suit chose her. So she was destined to be in that mobile suit. Now, there's also other questions. I'm also kind of like wondering about the others, about doing all this like this money thing or something like that. Gundam battle or something like that, like doing it for money, ranking, and stuff like that. I don't know what happened to them, or I really don't really know, because it's basically with the woman with the red hair, and basically that she kind of set up Macho really actually a lot. She really actually is. She's a sellout, and I just don't know what happened to her. She probably in jail or something like that, or maybe she probably made a deal with her to basically get released or something like that or something. So yeah. And I'm really kind of wondering if Macho's going to go back to go see her mother or not. I don't know, because I think her mother's going to be probably really upset and probably saying like, "Why did you disappear? Where have you been? Why would you want to do something so crazy or something like that?" And basically and stuff, because if that was my kid, if it's not my kid, yeah, I'll be very upset too. And because just going off somewhere, just running around and just doing crazy things and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for this anime review. Tell me what you guys think. I would definitely look up the studio and really possibly to see if there really actually is, if this anime was made by Studio Trigger. Then there's not gonna be no season 2, because Studio Trigger doesn't do season 2. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I really don't know their track record. So yeah. But anyways, that's it. Actually, I definitely do think that they did do a season 2. I think it's Gridman. I think they definitely did. I'm not so sure. Maybe I might be wrong about that. But anyways, this is the next episode. I'll see you guys there. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button, give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down, and please leave a comment below. I love you guys. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember to I love you guys. Please stay and remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.